Hello and welcome. In this video, we will look at the mirror principle in Vadim Zeland's Reality Transurfing. In order to fully grasp this principle, you need to start paying attention to what is going inside you. You also need to open your mind to at least the possibility that there is much more going on beneath the surface of the world than the mere cause and effect of classical Newtonian physics. At the basis of this lies the understanding that the same one consciousness is the basis of reality, and that everything therefore fundamentally is interconnected. This is a view supported by several quantum physicists as well as several schools of mysticism. Now, the short introduction that you just listened to is meant to serve as a rationale behind what you are about to listen to. The mirror principle, as outlined in Reality Transurfing by Vadim Zeland, reveals a profound framework for understanding how one's inner world shapes external reality. This concept hinges on the idea that life mirrors your thoughts, attitudes, and beliefs, echoing them back into the physical world. At its core, the principle suggests that the reality we experience is not independent of us. Instead, it acts as a reflection of our mental and emotional states. This framework positions us as active participants in the creation of our reality, challenging the conventional notion of reality as a fixed, unyielding entity. Thus, the mirror principle begins with the following fundamental observation: the world reflects your relationship with it. If you approach life with a positive outlook and constructive intent, this mindset will be mirrored back to you in the form of favorable circumstances and outcomes. Conversely, if negativity, fear, or resistance dominate your thoughts, these elements will find their way into your external reality. The mirror, however, does not discriminate between positive and negative attitudes. It simply reflects the content of your focus without interpretation or bias. One of the foundational aspects of this principle is the idea of unity between the heart and mind. For the mirror to effectively manifest a desired reality, the heart's emotional desires and the mind's rational intentions must align. When the heart craves one thing, but the mind doubts its possibility or deems it unachievable, this creates a dissonance that clouds the mirror. This lack of unity results in a distorted or blurred reflection, preventing the seamless manifestation of your desires. On the other hand, when the heart and mind work in harmony, the mirror reflects a clear image of your intention, bringing it into the realm of physical reality. However, achieving this unity is not always straightforward. Often, the mind is influenced by external structures, societal expectations, or pendulums. Zeland's term for energetic forces that feed on collective attention and propagate shared beliefs. We have 2 whole videos on pendulums, and there will be links to both of them at the end screen. Here, a healthy reminder that it's important to observe your actual thoughts, emotions, words, and actions if you want to draw benefit from these teachings, as you can have lots of theoretical knowledge of spiritual concepts, but unknowingly fail to put them into practice while wondering why they don't produce the results that you want. On top of the outer pressures that we all have to deal with, we also have our personal issues that create what we say that we do not want, such as unhealed wounds from childhood trauma, or blocked emotional energy that is stored within our energetic field. These influences divert the mind from its true desires, leading to internal conflict. For instance, while one may deeply desire a life of creative freedom, societal norms might push the mind toward financial security or conventional success. This inner struggle dilutes the clarity of the image projected onto the mirror. Or we may have experiences in our past where our parents, knowingly or unknowingly, have punished us in ways that have caused us to feel shame and guilt, which in turn has made us feel unworthy, which then is mirrored as, for example, lack. Another critical aspect of the mirror principle is the inherent delay in its reflection. Unlike a physical mirror that instantly shows your image, the world mirror operates on a temporal lag. This delay can lead to impatience and doubt, as one may not immediately see the results of one's intentions. The key here is persistence. By consistently holding the desired image in your thoughts and aligning your actions with it, the mirror eventually responds. This delay is not a flaw, but a natural characteristic of the process, requiring one to exercise patience and trust. Furthermore, Zeland emphasizes that the mirror does not respond to force. Attempts to manipulate reality through sheer willpower or inner intention often backfire, creating imbalances that distort the reflection. Instead, the mirror principle encourages a gentle yet deliberate approach, focusing on the desired image with clarity and conviction while allowing the natural flow of events to unfold. This requires a shift in focus from the reflection to the image itself. In other words, instead of reacting to current circumstances, you should concentrate on the reality you wish to create. We have videos on coordinating intention and importance as taught in Reality Transurfing, and there will be links to both at the end screen. We will also soon make a video on inner and outer intention. This shift in focus entails replacing negative thoughts with positive ones in a way that truly works, and we will get to what this means in just a moment. It's about consciously directing your attention toward what you want to achieve, and be mindful of when distractions manage to steal your focus. The mirror principle advises against dwelling on problems or fears, as this only magnifies them in the reflection. Instead, you are encouraged to adopt a mindset of possibility and success, framing challenges as opportunities rather than obstacles. By doing so, you shape the mirror's reflection in your favor, turning setbacks into stepping stones. As stated in the beginning, this requires that you turn your attention toward your inner life and adopt a more conscious approach to it. We may think that we are positive, but when we start listening to our thoughts, they may tell us a totally different story. This can actually be an interesting exercise in and of itself, as it's quite strange to discover that we identify with the word machines inside our heads and believe what they are saying without really being consciously aware of what they are saying. Now let's look a bit deeper into why this is not as simple as arbitrarily replacing negative thoughts with positive ones. Again, a conscious approach is key here. We need to be able to believe the positive thoughts. Thus, it's about working constructively with our internal dialogue and asking ourselves questions such as, is this necessarily true? And is there another way of seeing this? What these types of questions will do is break up fixed mindsets and ways of thinking, showing you that your first impression and reaction don't equal the absolute truth about your reality. It's filters that you apply to essentially neutral experiences, and as such, the filters can be replaced or modified. In other words, it's about having a constructive dialogue with ourselves and choosing where we place our focus. Imagine, for example, waking up to find the world outside blanketed in snow. The way you perceive this scene depends entirely on your focus. If your mind gravitates toward inconvenience, the snow might immediately appear as a burden. You might think about the cold seeping through your clothes, the slippery roads that you have to brush off your car and scrape its windshields, or the extra time required to shovel your driveway. The snow becomes an obstacle, something that disrupts your day and complicates even the simplest tasks. But if you shift your focus, the same snow can evoke entirely different thoughts. You might notice how the snow transforms the landscape, covering everything in a pristine layer that sparkles in the morning light. The world seems quieter and more peaceful. Memories of childhood may resurface. Snowball fights, sledding, or building snowmen. You may even start thinking about taking a walk in the forest to enjoy the beauty of the snow-clad vegetation. The snow, in this light, becomes an invitation to slow down, appreciate beauty, or reconnect with simple joys. The snow hasn't changed. What shifts is the lens through which you view it. By consciously choosing to focus on the positive, the snow transitions from a source of frustration to a source of wonder. This shift doesn't deny the challenges snow can bring, but it allows you to shape your experience by choosing which aspects to emphasize. And you will have a totally different experience depending on which focus you choose to feed with your thoughts. The principle also highlights the transformative power of gratitude and joy. By expressing appreciation for the good in your life and celebrating small victories, you reinforce a positive relationship with reality. This creates a feedback loop where the mirror reflects more of the positivity and abundance you acknowledge. Conversely, taking positive outcomes for granted or failing to recognize their value weakens this relationship, diminishing the quality of the reflection. Zeland introduces techniques like the target slide and coordinating intention to work with the mirror principle. The target slide involves visualizing a scene where your goal has already been achieved. This mental image should be vivid and detailed, encompassing not just the outcome, but also the emotions and experiences associated with it. The slide acts as a template for the mirror, guiding its reflection toward the desired reality. Coordinating intention, on the other hand, involves aligning your thoughts and actions with the natural flow of events, minimizing resistance and maximizing harmony. We have a whole video on coordinating intention, and there will be a link to it at the end screen. If you are not good at visualizing, Vadim Zeland suggests focusing on feelings and sensations rather than creating detailed mental images. Reality Transurfing emphasizes that visualization is not strictly about seeing clear pictures in the mind. It is about creating a strong emotional resonance and aligning your inner state with your desired goal. Instead of forcing mental imagery, you can concentrate on the sense of having already achieved the desired result. This involves evoking the emotions, excitement, or peace that would accompany the realization of your goal. By fostering these feelings, you effectively communicate your intention to the world mirror, even if the mental images remain vague or undefined. The heart's emotional signals, in combination with focused intent, often carry more weight than the clarity of visualization itself. Zeland also highlights that the quality of visualization improves with practice. You can start by engaging with real-world objects, environments, or experiences that closely resemble what you aim to manifest. For instance, if you struggle to visualize a specific outcome, immerse yourself in environments that evoke similar emotions or circumstances. This strengthens your ability to hold the image or feeling over time. Lastly, he recommends maintaining patience and avoiding frustration. If visualization proves difficult, trust in the power of coordinated intention, acting in alignment with your goals, consistently reinforcing the emotional state you wish to cultivate, and staying focused on the desired outcome without dwelling on obstacles or lack of clarity. Over time, this practice refines your ability to visualize, even if it starts with simply feeling the possibility of success. If you are unable to conjure up emotions at will, instead, focus on cultivating calmness and neutrality, and focus on the aforementioned coordination of intention. Adopting a more conscious relationship with intention and focus is crucial, and it is something that anyone can do. Techniques such as mindfulness and meditation, as well as some of the already mentioned, such as visualization, will help with this. Additionally, Zeland advises maintaining a light and playful attitude toward the process. By treating visualization as a gentle game or experiment rather than a heavy task requiring emotional upheaval, you allow the mirror principle to operate more fluidly. Cultivating gratitude for small changes and victories can gradually evoke the emotional engagement necessary to support the visualization process. Over time, this can build emotional resonance naturally without forcing it. An important nuance of the mirror principle is its dual nature. Reality not only reflects your inner state, but also reinforces and shapes your perception of it. This creates a cycle where your thoughts and experiences continuously influence one another. To break this cycle, it is necessary to consciously maintain a constructive and goal-oriented mindset, independent of current circumstances. By directing your focus toward desired outcomes rather than reacting to reflections of the past, you gradually reshape both your perception and the reality mirrored back to you. Thus, Zeland cautions against becoming overly attached to the outcome or fixating on specific means of achieving it. Such attachment creates excess potential, which disrupts the balance of forces and generates obstacles. Instead, the mirror principle advocates a state of detached intent, focusing on the end goal with confidence while remaining open to unexpected paths and possibilities. Another layer of the mirror principle is, as we've already touched upon, its role in transcending the illusion of duality. Reality, as perceived through the mirror, often appears divided into good and bad, success and failure, joy and suffering. However, the principle teaches that these dualities are mere reflections of your inner state. By shifting your perspective and embracing all experiences as opportunities for growth, you dissolve these divisions and align with the harmonious flow of life. As we've already talked about, the mirror principle also underscores the importance of self-awareness and authenticity. By being true to yourself and embracing your unique desires and values, you create a clear and consistent image for the mirror to reflect. On the contrary, living according to others' expectations or societal norms creates a fragmented image, resulting in a chaotic or unsatisfying reality. Zeland emphasizes the transformative power of total self-acceptance. He describes this as a crucial element for aligning with the flow of reality and achieving the life one desires. Total self-acceptance means acknowledging and embracing oneself without resistance, judgment, or the need to fix perceived flaws. By fully accepting yourself as you are, you eliminate the internal friction that often clouds the mirror of reality and distorts what is reflected back. The effects of total self-acceptance are profound. When you cease to resist parts of yourself, you no longer project these conflicts onto the external world. As a result, life circumstances begin to harmonize, reflecting your inner peace and congruence. This acceptance dissolves the need for validation from external sources, allowing you to operate from a place of inner strength and authenticity. Zeland points out that this shift not only alters the way reality responds to you, but also creates an environment where opportunities and synchronicities emerge naturally. Furthermore, self-acceptance facilitates emotional healing. Negative experiences and limiting beliefs often linger because they are resisted or suppressed, which, as we have seen, can be a huge block to seeing a positive reality mirrored back to you. By accepting your entire being, including past mistakes, perceived shortcomings, and emotional wounds, you neutralize the excess potential that can lead to imbalances in reality. This process allows for greater clarity and the dissolution of negative patterns that otherwise perpetuate cycles of dissatisfaction and struggle. Zeland also explains that total self-acceptance fosters resilience and confidence. When you stop identifying with external failures or successes as measures of your worth, you cultivate a stable inner state that is less susceptible to the shifting tides of life. This stability enhances your ability to navigate challenges, as you are no longer swayed by self-doubt or the fear of judgment. Ultimately, the mirror principle empowers you to take responsibility for your life. It reminds you that you are not a passive observer of reality, but an active creator. While external circumstances may seem beyond your control, your inner state holds the key to transforming them. By mastering the art of working with the mirror, you unlock the potential to shape your destiny and live in alignment with your highest aspirations. In summary, the mirror principle in Reality Transurfing offers a powerful framework for understanding and influencing the relationship between your inner and outer worlds. It teaches that reality is a reflection of your thoughts, emotions, attitudes, and general inner state, emphasizing the importance of unity between the heart and mind, patience, focus, and self-awareness. By applying this principle, you can transcend limitations, align with the flow of life, and create a reality that reflects your true desires. The journey may require effort and persistence, but the rewards, greater harmony, fulfillment, and control over your destiny, are well worth it. Finally, as this is so important, you are reminded to observe yourself, your direct experiences, and how you interact with them, both on the inside and outside. As long as you are not truly awake to what is going on, both internally and externally, in the present moment, you may in fact be doing the very opposite of what you are telling yourself that you are doing. This is how tricky our sleeping state is. And the thing is that the big benefit of taking this journey is actually not the physical ones that you reap from it. It's the shift that inevitably occurs within as you adopt a more conscious attitude towards your inner life and your immediate experiences. In other words, the main point of this is not what you receive on the physical plane, but the growth that occurs within you as you go through this process. This is the little secret to many of these teachings that, on the surface, seem to be all about manifesting a better life for yourself. You've now reached the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe. Thank you for your time.